favorite champions.
They hoodwinked us all.
It makes sense because right now, if you look at my line, Koi teamfight comp, you have Maokai Rel.
For gank setups because of the early CC.
Also just disgusting if you ever go underneath the tower because it's, hey, I'm going to throw out solar.
Oscar.
Oh, Oscar, in it. Hang on.
Oscar.
The grass?
Oscar.
Oh my god!
Mirwin gets it!
Oh my! One. But now, Razok set his sights on the bot lane.
And Earth's here as well. Crash down from Alvaro. TP in by Mirwin as they look to turn this play around. Razok's on his way into the fight. Jun falls first though. Alvaro gets the kill. Super able to walk away. Razok going in. Flash forward from Noah. It's going to be disaster for Fnatic. They flash for the kill. They lose 2 so far. Will it be more? Frescowi's trying to join the battle. So is Humanoid trying to escort the Ivern away. The jump forward. Razok has a bomb on his back and a cat there as well. Frescowi gets on the board.
A massive overforce from Fnatic in the bot lane. Punished for it, and yeah, I do think that gap in top, though, given that stacked wave, is a little bigger than we expect. But in terms of experience, I think that Mirwin is in a fine spot. Fnatic, though, turn their attention to bot lane once again.
Zenith base short, and that could be big here. Super doesn't have the flash. He'll be hit with the root caller. Alvaro should be able to walk away from this. His 80 carries life will go down. Fnatic find that repeat gank in the bot side.
And this is more what we expected from Fnatic. Curious how quickly they can actually take Oscar down in the later portion.
Mirwin's looking for the dive here. Nature's Grass coming out. Oscar tries to jump, knocked back. The root caller won't call anyone, but the trigger seed will keep Oscar in and alive. Flash away, Mirwin tries to dash back in. Not tanking the tower yet. Frescowi here to join the battle. Daisy chasing Mirwin down, and we'll just knock him up as he manages to get in the bush. Bullet time came out, just looking for the engage there. Doesn't have the solar flare yet. Now they're going to go for the re-engage. Flash, shield of Daybreak, and Super cleanse flashes away, but not in time to save the day. Noah gets his second.
Quicker cleanse from Noah.
Take the first dragon of the game.
But X-Ball lane just going to back away. No, there is a potential engage that could come through here. That'd be a bit risky.
The risk as well as Humanoid's moving across from the mid lane, and that Weaver's wall, all it needs to do is separate one player from the rest of the team for them to be very isolated. Noah starts to open up on the turret, will be his third plate of the game. With Humanoid showing in mid, Super and Alvaro think they can be a little greedier. Seismic Shove misses here, as does the Unraveled Earth, and you can't miss those, Humanoid.
Bit of a misplay there from Humanoid, and Frescowi, knowing the limitations of his champion, is able to find a solo kill with the blade completed. And now a 2-0-0 Tristana. MDK are showcasing that they have some threats of their own. Razok needs to be careful.
Doesn't have Daisy here either. Does have the flash, has the root caller as well. He has to flash early, but Frescowi's on the chase. Fresquito with 2 quick kills back to back.
Put in the AoE in Fresco.
Brushes.
Fnatic though, Noah very powerful right now. Has that Bloodthirster complete. Flash, twisted advance. They go into Oscar in, and the bullet time comes across the wall as Super opens up. Noah has to cleanse away from the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Now Jun has to flash the wall. Alvaro going in with the Magnet Storm. Oscar trying to get to the Mega Nova, but he's just short of it. Mirwin will fall, and both the top laners have been traded as Razok's being chased down by MDK. Ivan, King of the Jungle, able to escape for the moment. Daisy doing a little bit of work here as well, as MDK aren't done with the fight yet.
Super was in a great position to stop the ultimate from Noah, but now the follow-up.
Alvaro, Hex flashes forwards, pulled back, Zen is played in, tries to land the Shadowing Strike, but Alvaro falls first, and it's the top laners, then the support's almost traded. A buster shot breaks Jun out of Cert.
Not fully in a position to try and contest this at the moment. Waiting to see.
No
you
TP
can try
from
and force
Mirwin.
your way in, but yeah, as you say, you've got Oscar in who has teleport advantage here, but Mini Nara is about to come through.
Yeah, he's half health as well. Just went over to the Mega. It looks like MDK will back away. Fnatic pushed through mid and then got control over the river. MDK don't really have a pressure point right now. Frescowi's trying to sort that out by pushing out bot, but doesn't have the time. Fnatic will take their first Drake of the game. And once again, basically on as even in this match. Charlie Crystallara going wide. Elioya can't quite get in range in time.
Still though, the praise for MDK in game 1 was their patient. MDK well.
Well, I will say, gentlemen, I'm quite happy that we've got a bit of a closer affair. Not that the early game hasn't been close so far in this series, but there's been a lot of back and forth, a lot of trading, a little bit more messy trade and sort of cross-map. But as we get later into the game, MDK's side lane threat is going to be that much stronger, kind of forcing Fnatic to split apart.
Oh, Nature's Grass, Oscar in and dashes away. The Redemption coming out as well will heal him up, but it's not enough and not quick enough for Oscar to survive. The solar player hits Mirwin though, and he can be tanky, but he's not tanky enough to get out of here. Bullet time rips through the wave. as Fnatic will make a 1-for-1 trade.
And now Fnatic are going to be the ones that threatening the tier 2 and pot. As long as Fnatic continue to chase MDK out, they can guarantee that push, but actually going to reset with Humanoid there. But I was going to say, the fact that for MDK, you have to try and get the side waves pushed in and collapse on mid, and hope that Oyoy again can kind of look for this play with the ultimate across this area, and may look for it right now.
Weaver's Wall will separate Merwin from the team. Jun going in, knocked back with the Bramble Smash. Daisy joining the party. Pascawi down towards the bottom side, will be met by Oscarini, who doesn't have the Mega Gnar. Bullet time from nowhere could be a possibility here as Oscarini has to flash away. There's a bullet time, Elioya flashes as well. Jun still looking for the chase, and he's damn tanky with the Eclipse. Root Caller hits onto Alvaro, knocked back with the seismic shove. Jun still tanking for days, the Trigger Seed keeping him alive. Another Root Caller goes in, and MDK just don't have the damage to work through Fnatic.
And it's what we talked about earlier. You're almost
Barely had to do anything. He still has his flash after all of that was committed towards him as well. Now again, we turn our attention back to the split pushing threat. A tower is secured in favor of Pascawi. Oh, Oscar, the Trinity Force along with the Warden's Mail doing him some good there.
The upside, Fnatic just going to take the Dragon. And again, having that held on that mid lane turret, making it difficult for MDK to really kind of put pressure anywhere. So MDK going to have to try.
It's going to be very tricky.
But that's why I think the way you have to play it is kind of what we're seeing now, is go for side picks, and they look for Oscar in it.
Oscar with the wallop. Nature's Grass coming out. Redemption as well for Scowie, already falling low. The Locket will keep him shielded for the moment. Oscar tries to get another wallop, flashes in for it, but can't quite kill off the Trist.
One too many members mean that Oscar sacrifices his flash for nothing. I think originally he was content to not use the flash, but then he saw an angle and he thought, oh, maybe if I can flash, get the Q off, that'll actually be enough damage. That is how they can really win out on this game. But if they keep trying to force fights, the problem is, do they really have the front to back to be able to win out?
Solar Flare gets the slow. Alvaro doesn't have a flash, and it doesn't really have a way out of this one. Zenith Blade will follow him and take him out. Greedy pathing from Alvaro, I'm gonna say. He was looking for them.
Forced away onto this mid tower, knowing they're stronger in that position, but with no pressure on the map from MDK, they're fine to do
grasp. Jun gets hit with it. The Weaver's Wall goes down as well. It will separate Alvaro from the rest of MDK. The Magnet Storm comes in. Pascawi has all the time in the world, but immediately they dive onto him. The Solar Flare flashes away from. Noah was knocked in with a Buster shot, and Lyoya falls low. Oscarinin on the background trying to do everything he can. Alvaro flashes over the wall again. The Trigger Seeds from Razok are huge. Humanoid buys a second with the stopwatch. Pascawi though begins to open up. Jump, jump, jump from the Trist. He finds one. He's looking for two. Jun stuns him for a second. All of MDK somehow still alive, and Fnatic are sent packing.
Secret Agent Pascawi coming in to MDK, and they can win out the fight.
I can't believe they got away with this. Frascawi, keep your eyes on him. The damage is still good, but it's just not as good as what Frascawi can do. He gets CC'd up, he gets the utility he needs.
MDK could bring out to win this series. Well, this game at least has been the Frascawi show, the rookie showing that it belongs in those grand finals in Munich. MDK would be one game away from claiming that spot in the title match. Now they're pushing in. You can see Humanoid in the top lane trying to get a tier 2, but the tier 3s have been broken. Super can step forward in a second when he sees that Fnatic moved across. The arrow, look at the arrow, look at the arrow. Is it gonna hit? No. But MDK continues to push in. Channeling my inner Crepo there for a second.
Echoes of a past there.
Yeah. The inhibitor goes down in the bot lane. The Weaver's Wall will split MDK up for a second. Humanoids look for Super, who doesn't have a flash, doesn't have a cleanse, perhaps doesn't have a hope of surviving. The Magnet Storm not used yet by Alvaro. They dive back in, and Super's still alive. The bullet time rips through two. Mirwin has to dash away, but the Zenith Blade straight through his heart. Fnatic find two. They lose one inhib off the push. Can they get anything in response?
Alvaro managed to get the crash down to interrupt the Zenith Blade of Jun to keep Super alive, but gave his life in return, and now Fnatic going to try and open up onto the mid lane. We'll get some of the bounty gold, which will be nice, but the base cracked open.
I mean, I get it, buddy.
It's just one of those things where, like,
I mean, they are brute.
Have you ever played those games where, like, you feel like you're winning, but at the same time you feel like it could swing just like that?
Weaver's Wall goes down. Mirwin and Lyoya separated. The Drake, the target for Frascawi, should be able to secure it. They do. Inside Super and Alvaro. Elioy puts the Nature's Grasp down. Humanoid's going to tank it. Jun's going to do the same. Mikhail's on him first. Alvaro goes in with a Magna Storm on the back line. Jun down to half HP already. Alvaro the same. Oscar in with an arm into the wall. Frescowi stunned up with a one-up. Frescowi's down! Stradamus called it seems. You, Plato, and Vin Diesel can predict the future. Fnatic win the fight somehow out of nowhere, and credit has to go to Oscar.
A single moment is sometimes all it takes, and Oscar, a player that ends up dying at the end of it, hasn't been able to find that ultimate in this game, but a single ultimate may be all that he needed.
Super and Mirwin versus Razork, Noah, and Humanoid, and that's a battle we'll have to wait for because they're
Not
super
strong in the 5v.
Ooh, this is going to be fast.
Double TP. It's going to be fast, as you say, Betty. MDK already down to 4,000. It's gone. The Baron secured for the Mad Lions. Koi, can they get out of the fight? They should be able to. Mirwin still looking for that flank position. The Weaver's wall, who will be separated. Alvaro weaved away. Should be able to walk to safety.
A lack of an AP damage dealer is really going to start to hurt them now, as they're not going to be able to take out these fights as quickly as they can. They have to play off wave states. Fighting just isn't an option, and Fnatic, they are frothing at the teeth trying to see if they can get a bite out of MDK.
Weaver's wall in here. The arrow connects on Humanoid. Solar Flare only gets the slow onto Mirwin. Zenith Blade short. Nature's Grasp used by Elioy to try and disengage the play. The inhibitor still stands. MDK with that Baron for another minute will push through the mid lane. Noah opens up on Frescowi. Frescowi! Need to get out of there.
Yeah, Noah can't.
Oh, dash! And Frescowi is down! And how many times have we doubted Noah in the clutch? How many? As Alvaro is down to half HP, the Nexus Tower is the target for Fnatic, but they haven't quite got the damage on them yet. Now they begin to open up. The dash in from Alvaro with the Magna Storm. Nature's Grasp coming in as well. Oscar dashes in. He manages to get the damage on Super, and it's all done, but the singing, I feel. Frescowi comes in, there's no wave left for Fnatic. Bams, I spoke too quickly, and Elioy is still looking for that flank, but Noah, look at the heals on him as he begins to rattle through this minion wave. The first Nexus Tower, a breath away. Mirwin dodges the seismic shove, the root of Frescowi! The root of Frescowi buries him in the dirt, and Fnatic take the Nexus Towers. Alongside it, the Nexus, it seems, and in a comeback win, Fnatic are 1 win away from Grand Finals.
These were the best highlights from today's LEC matchup. Click that subscribe button faster than Ramus can say okay. See you on the next one.